ago. It's been 10 months since I've been on camera, and I am so happy today because today is the day where I am back. I am finally back to my beloved YouTube channel with you guys. I have missed y'all so much. It's been a long time coming. So, what are we doing and what's been going on, right? So 10 months ago, when this bike got shut down because I got pulled over and they ran my information and stuff, there's a lot of things going on to where I could not ride this bike. They identified me as a target. They're like, we know your bike, we know you, and I was hot on the radar, so I shut this bike down. This baby back here, you guys remember, the only thing that went wrong with that is a little tiny washer in that transmission. I'll show you the part. This part right here, remember this? This little star washer bit right here. In that transmission, on top of the variator, on the variator face, this washer threw half of it off. It bent about 2 or 3 of these little extension tabs, and it broke off completely right there. And it slung a piece of metal around my transmission. Thank God that it didn't destroy anything, right? But it didn't respond well. It did not run properly. It did not accelerate quickly. It did not get to its top speed because of this little tiny washer right here. But at the same time, I am not a guy that is going to replace a little tiny washer without worrying about what's behind it, right? So I have waited so long. Me and my wife got married, and here's this clip. I want to show you this clip of the wedding ceremony itself. It was beautiful. We got married back on July 6th, right? And it was beautiful. It was everything I imagined. I couldn't be happier with it. We had a beautiful honeymoon. Everything was supposed to get into rotation, so to speak, with finances afterwards. But life came around and just hit us so hard. It hit us so hard, month after month after month after month, that I could not afford to basically build my bikes, you know? And when you build bikes, you need money. Basically, I've been broke, but everything is good. My life is good. Everything is taken care of, but I did not have the extra money to mess around with my bikes. That's why I've been gone. Without money, I cannot create content. It's that cycle. It's that simple. Because I'm just a regular guy. You know, I'm not some famous YouTuber, as I said before, with a bunch of money. I'm just like y'all. Just a regular guy building his bikes who loves to do it. But today, with this part here, among the box of goodies that I'm going to show y'all, we're going to get this bike going right here. Here they are, man. This bike, as you guys know, is centered around Polini. Every part on this bike that I'm installing, most of them, that's like 90% of them, are Polini parts. So if I'm going to replace this washer, I wanted to get a Polini high-speed variator, and we got it. Look at that. Brand new, shiny unit with a free contra spring. That was an extra plus. I didn't expect that at all. But with this, you can't just get the variator. You have to get the variator face, right? So here it is. The Polini Airspeed that connects with the high-speed variator face. On top of it, we got an extra backup washer, but there's one that comes in this one. But we're going to put this one in here for now before we run what these parts do. I got a needle bearing, a brand new needle bearing too. So we're going to install these parts today, right here. That needle bearing, I forgot to get the pins, the clips that go inside your piston. Everything with this bike's motor is fine. This bike is fine. The only thing that was wrong, washer right there. So when we put everything in this bike right now, it'll be good to go. It's been good to go. And that's why I've been so frustrated about not starting it up, because it's fine. The motor is good to go. But today we're going to go ahead and put in this washer on top of the variator that's in there right now, and we're going to start it up, let it warm up, let it get its juices going and flowing again. We're going to ride it around for a little bit and then see what she does still before we put in this Polini variator. I want to go ahead and compare the differences between the stock one and this one and see what it does. All right, so what we're going to do is we got a brand new battery, fresh It's good to go. It is charged. Battery, spark plug, gear oil, air in the tires. You can use an air pump, believe it or not. It takes a little bit of time, you know, but for these tires right now, this is fine. I filled a car tire up with an air pump before. It's good to go. So battery, spark plug, gear oil, air pump. But here's the thing. So I do not have an outlet anywhere in this storage unit. There is none. And I need my impact in order to get that nut off of that variator inside there. So after we do the battery, spark plug, gear oil, and air in the tires, I am going to push it across town, way over there, and get it to my apartment. That way I can use my impact to get that washer on there. Once we get that washer on there, and we got premix ready to go in that can, 1 gallon of fresh premix, we're gonna go ahead and finally start this bike. So without further ado, I've been waiting a long time. Let's do this. Real quick about this bike though, my 4-stroke, right? She's good to go. She's been breaking down, not catastrophically, but just little tiny things all the time. This bike is showing its age, but I got it healthy right now. But the main thing is, look at this. I got her registered. She is legal and good to go, but she definitely needs a lot of attention. There is very exciting parts that I have in my house. Big parts. If you watch my shorts, you know what I'm talking about. We have some big plans for this bike. It is going to be the fastest 50cc 4-stroke in my area, guaranteed. But right now she is running, she is good to go. It is my daily transportation. But let's focus on my 2-stroke, baby. Let's go.
Toby, just do it!
Hey, yo, is that Mexican OT? That good dog got me looking just like Johnny Dang. Louis Vuitton umbrella when I walk through the rain. In the kitchen whipping chicken, kind of bread like Cane's. Good dog, got a Mexican looking like Johnny Dang. Need deep muddy water stick, carry my cane. Right pocket got money, left pocket cocaine. Bulletproof white Cadillac riding in the tank. I'm a dirty baby from dirty bay with a dirty case. Slide down your block, light it up with flames. Chopping on the block, while the leg doing jumper jacks. Smoking on the wood, yellow timber like it's lumberjack. Suppressor on the Mac 10, sounding like it's bubble wrap. TV in the shower, I'ma give his ass a bubble bath. Choppers and choppers, little bitch, I got a whole lot of that. With the steel, I'ma kill ya, I got him falling back. Got me feeling like a baby.
Spark plug is in there. The temp gauge is secured on there. The exhaust studs are tight. And the bracket is tight. On to the next thing. Power, baby.
This Phoenix with my bottle that I'm just rhyming words, I don't even know how to rap. Every time that they see me, better believe it, I'm flossed up, got crossed up, dick in the dirt, then I bounced up. I'll be catching these plays, fuck around it.
Now, it has been a long time since I've used this key to see power on that bike. 10 months, almost a year. Almost a year since I've seen the power pop up on here. Batteries hooked up. Ignition. Yeah, baby. There's no fuel in there right now, but you can see the deal. Hell yeah, she's got power. Good stuff. Now, I forgot to mention to you guys last year that right around the end where I shut this bike down, this temp gauge, it works, right? It's wired up correctly, but the wire that connects down here that kind of hangs around, you can see where the split is right here. And after where it plugs in at, there is no temp sensor reading because that wire is jacked up and split. So I need to get a new wire that connects directly to the spark plug that you see right there. Not a big deal. This bike has always ran cool. The most it's ever seen is 220. And I was in the middle of summer at 60 miles per hour coming to a stop. It usually runs from 180 to 200, right around there. So I trust this bike and its temps, but definitely need to get a new wire because I want to see what temp we got. All right, moving on to the gear oil. What I use and I recommend is not really this brand. I like Lucas better, but the gear oil that I use is 80W90, and it will literally say gear oil on it, so you cannot miss it. But this goes right in the back of your gearbox. Depending on your bike, you can find the area where it goes in at. And for this one, it's just a little nut right here. So gear oil, man, she deserves some fresh fluids. Now, how much gear oil you put in your bike is pretty simple. Wherever you find to put your gear oil in at, you want to squeeze it with the nozzle inside of the hole until it starts to leak out like this. when it starts to leak out at a solid rate, like this was dripping a second ago, that is what you're looking for. You want it to leak out persistently when you take off your thumb from the hole that it goes into. So she's good to go. Spark plug, gear oil, everything is hooked up that needs to be. Battery is getting power, air. Now the problem with this bike here is when it sits over the winter, the tires like to debead themselves from the rim. That was the problem last year, if you guys remember. Now, when it's debeaded, I'm not saying that both of these are. I don't know until I fill it up yet. But if they are debeaded, this takes about 24 hours to leak out completely. And I have to go to the shop and peel the tire off the rim to get the bead back on the rim. So, I know it'll hold air somewhat right now. And I just pray that both of these are beaded on there still. But here we go. Let's just get her some air and see how she holds up.
I'll be eating the booty like to get it tossed up. Pop trunk on the hat while we waving goodbye. I'm from Lone Star, sipping lean with pecan pie. I don't play by respect for that, we gon' die. Time and money, so baby, believe I'ma be on time. Louis Vuitton umbrella when I walk through the rain. In the kitchen whipping chicken, kind of bread like Kane's. Good dog, got a Mexican looking like Johnny Dine. Eat deep muddy.
I'm out of breath. That was a workout, but she does it. She does it and she holds air. Good deal. There is no instant leak from the rear or the front. The front was the problem last time. But right now, it's got 42 PSI in each tire. She's holding air. Good stuff. So, at this point, I wish they had an outlet here, but they don't. I need to push this bike. I need to put this bike in there and push it. Not too far. It's not like a drastic travel time, but about 45 minutes to my house to get that variator washer inside of this transmission before we start it up. So, let's just do it, man. Let's get it done. Real quick, let's just get that premix in the tank. Why not do it while I'm here? This is a good moment.
Stick carry my cane. Right pocket got money, left pocket cocaine. Bulletproof white Cadillac riding in the tank. I'm a dirty baby from dirty baby with a dirty case. Slide down your block, light it up with flame.
In the leg smoked out, long foes poked out. Keep peas in the drought, get it money.
1 hour later, and we are back at the house. Here we go. Got the parts, got the tools in that backpack. Let's get that washer in there. I'm pumped up. Gas is in the tank. Come on, baby girl. So all we got to do is yank out these bolts right here, get that nut off of that variator, and put that washer in the transmission. Let's do it.
Down south, feeling like Johnny Dang. Got diamonds in my chain. Hit your bitch in the guts with this big old thing. I got ice on my neck like it's swollen. They cold in the bitch, yeah, these diamonds look frozen. Real players get chose, so you know that I be chosen. Got exotic in my pocket, grab a slap with it and I roll it. I stay out the way, don't be all in the mix. Call me for sevens, don't call me for six. I ain't selling no grands, bitch.
Here is the singular issue that stopped this bike from running as it was. Oh, there it is. Look how nasty it is. Oh, it's breaking apart in pieces. This little star washer right here is what was stopping this bike from running. No wonder, man. Just broken apart. And here's a brand new one, man. Ah, there we go. Okay. Going in the transmission, going on the bike, and we're starting this thing up because of this little washer. That is why this bike did not run like it should have. Sweet. All right. After 10 months of deliberation and patience, man, I'm exhausted. Honestly, I'm exhausted. That walk took a long time. I got gas in the tank. I got the battery hooked up. I got a fresh spark plug in there. I got that washer fixed. I tightened up everything that needs to be tightened up. There's gas in the line. I sucked on the vacuum line to get gas in the carburetor, but it's not quite in there yet, so it's not going to start up for a minute. But without further ado, man, this is it. Let's hit it. It's been so long. I have missed this bike so much. Man, all right. Gas! Gas! Gas, dude! I'm gonna let the juices flow around for a minute, let the bike get warmed up for a minute, for a good 10-15 minutes. Shut it down, start it back up after a while, and then take her for a ride. But right now, I'm just focused on all the small details that's happening. Let's see what happens. All right, she's been running for about 10, 12 minutes. I can't wait any longer. Let's see how she runs. Let's see how she's acting. Boys, she is back, man. No way, bro. I have missed this speed so much. This is speed. This is what fast is. Oh my gosh. Okay. She returns the idle just fine. She idles just fine. She rips. She is always a full throttle happy bike. And that's exactly what we're gonna do. Remember this road? Smooth. Smooth as hell. Let's hit it, man. Yes, sir. She is back. She is back. I'm not trying to rip on her completely yet. I don't want to go full top speed, full rip for obvious reasons. There's no temp gauge still. I got to get that wire, but I'm confident in this bike. It's never reached more than 220. Ah, what a sigh of relief, man. No way. All right. So there's still more to do. We're not done yet, but I want to ride her around town for a little bit to get her juices going and flowing, you know? That's what I'm going to do. We're gonna install that variator. I put about 5 minutes of total riding time in this bike. She drank a quarter tank. This bike has always been so thirsty. Oh my gosh, man. 5 minutes, quarter tank. No way, bro. Day 8,039, you guys. All right, why are we here on a different day right now? So, she was running. As you seen in the last clip, we were riding it, we were ripping it, we were getting the juices flowing. She felt great, she felt back. And then, same thing, check this out.
See the streets getting dry, finna go and take a trip, let's dip. Hold up, wait a minute, if I get it, then I spend it when I'm in it. Can't pretend to keep it tended with my business, I'm relentless, ain't no witness. I got 2 rent houses and the bitch is getting rented. Bitch, I've been a boss for a minute.
Umbrella when I walk through the rain in the kitchen, whipping chicken, kind of bread like kinds. Good dog, got a Mexican looking like.
All right, truth be told, what happened? Okay. Yep. What do you know? Dang, I see pieces of my belt, unfortunately. She's cooked. Brand new washer. Oh yeah, look at that. There you go. It's in pieces again. Man, didn't think that was gonna happen, but I think I know why, you guys. And it makes sense if you look at this. So you can see where these little grooves slip into what it was designed to be slipped into. Now, if you look, you see how there is a space from getting thrown around and banged around. The slot where these slide into are much larger than they should be. And so I feel, because the same issue happened again with the brand new washer, right? Same issue. That's the problem. It wasn't the washer, it was the variator face causing this to slip around and shatter, causing the transmission to not run. Big problem. Solution. We're just gonna throw in this high-speed variator and variator face at the same time. Unfortunately, what that means is we can't get a number of comparison for this variator here. I really, really wanted to get some numbers down on paper. I was just riding this bike around to get everything flowing and moving again. But I went to go start it up right before I was going to leave somewhere, and this motor shut off. At first I thought the motor seized up, but I was like, that doesn't make sense. And it was the same issue as you guys see. That's unfortunate because I cannot get numbers for what this bike was running with this setup. And I wanted to compare these things. But obviously that ain't gonna happen. So, all right, let's just do it, man. Let's just throw these in here with the same rollers that are currently in this variator here. And I have a Polini variator roller kit in the house, and I need to weigh those because they're not identified. And I need to put 4 grams. These are 3.5s. I was informed by a fellow scooter enthusiast that with this variator here, it's going to allow the rollers to slide up quicker. And so these 3.5s are going to slide up super fast, really fast. But the Polini rollers in my house right now do not identify what they are. They're just loose in a box right now. So I need to weigh them to get the 4 grams. These are 3.5s, but for right now today, we are throwing these 2 parts in there with the 3.5 rollers, back in that transmission just to get her running and good to go. And then there's this issue. Man, I just look back at my belt. Ain't no way I can run this belt like this. Man, it's disappointing. It's just disappointing, man. All this stuff always happens, keeps happening nonstop all the time. Welcome to my life, you guys. All right, so dang it, man. We gotta order another belt. Ain't no way I'm running this belt in here like this. I'm not gonna risk messing up these brand new parts. I guess I can install them for now, but yeah, that's the case, man. Here we go. Put these together, put this stuff in there. It is what it is, you know. I can't change it. I was really not hoping for this. I seen pieces, but I didn't think they're the whole teeth from the freaking belt. Disappointing, very, very disappointing. It is what it is, man. All right, let me go order a belt so I can get this bike going again. Gee whiz. Oh, look at this. This is sweet though, brother. Look at this. Brand new shiny chrome. Made in Italy, Italian performance high-speed variator. Dang, this thing does look good. And it comes with 7.7 gram rollers. Yeah, I feel like that's a bit too much, bud. But thanks for the offer. It comes with your Voss, brand new. That's cool. Of course, it comes with the slide that goes on top with the variator sliders, spacers, whatever you want to call them, in between. But the cool thing is this kit comes with a Polini clutch spring. And I'm trying to read what this says. 45 millimeter, 22 kilogram spring. I have to look up what the Polini colors are. I believe this is Polini's 1500 spring. So that's cool. That's a free bonus. It all comes with this. And of course, we're running that stock spring in there still right now. But we have those 1500 clutch springs in the back with the stock clutch. So this is going to be the front portion to this build and this transmission. But this is cool. Free little bonus. Yes, sir. There she is. Look at that. The Polini high-speed variator face that connects with this right here. Awesome. Looks good. And there is a fresh washer. There is a Polini built fresh washer without those big, huge grooves in between. And that is the problem. I can't think of anything else. It makes complete sense that the washer in the transmission was just banging around like this, and it would just shatter itself from getting jerked around so violently, because this one, of course, is in perfect condition. This one, something happened that shouldn't have happened. Almost looks the same as this. It's a little different, but much better quality. I'd rather trust this. All right, now we need to get a belt. All right, so a little bit of a bummer, you guys. That's the scooter life. It's very frustrating. Believe me, I know more than a lot of people how frustrating it is. Every time I have upgraded or just replaced parts on and nurtured my bikes in the past year, it just fails. It just fails anyways. Whatever, dude. I'm gonna get this bike running healthy. I didn't expect the belt to be shredded. It didn't shred the belt last time, but kind of makes sense, but whatever. So, belt. We are going to get a new belt, and it's going to take 4 or 5 days to get here. It's Thursday. I'm hoping I can find it on a website that has it in 2-day shipping. So I'm going to go to Amazon first. Let's see what Amazon's got. If not, I'm going to have to order it from another scooter website, but that's fine. This is a weird belt. This is a weird belt size, and it works. It works fantastic for this bike. So, new belt. We got the new Polini parts. We got the rollers. We got everything we need. Just another setback, man. This bike was ripping. It was absolutely ripping like it used to, no problem. And then, you know, problems. So that variator face is leaving out of the door. I'm so sorry, you guys, man. This is why I haven't filmed in so long. This is part of the reason, I should say, is because one, I couldn't even make content for so long because I just didn't have the finances. Now I have them back, right? But now there's problems. There's just problems all the time. Black bike too. Black bike, it runs. It's running fine, but it's just stupid little things back to back to back. The starter won't start one night, and then suddenly it starts. Freaking, the belt starts slipping around, even though it's brand new after 1 day of use. Little things back to back, man. But I'm going to overcome this, and we are going to build this bike. I want this transmission built. There's still like 2, maybe 3 months in Michigan right now. We're getting this bike built. Belt, and we're on our way to the success, man. All right, man. Thank you guys so much for being patient with me and understanding, because life just throws you curveballs all the time. I'm getting kind of used to it now. But in other words, life is good. Thank you so much for watching. I will be here, just hopefully with smooth sailing in the future. These bikes will definitely be here. Thank you for watching.